and get this started. All right. Well, we should be recording. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Conversion Pros training class. Okay, this is training 101. We're going to go over a lot of the basics of the Conversion Pros to get you set up. Okay, first thing is when you log in your back office, there is a lot of stuff. And it's not overwhelming. There's just a lot of stuff. And let me explain. The first thing you should probably do is go through this home screen if you haven't, and watch everything. If you haven't added yourself to the Facebook group, you definitely want to do that. It says just click here and you can add yourself. You want to make sure that you whitelist this email so you're getting notifications from us, like when we're doing trainings like this, when we're paying you, all those important things. You want to make sure you do that. There's the comp plan. You can actually download the comp plan. Here is where we list all of our calls and trainings. So as soon as I'm done with this one today, I'll set one up for Monday, and we'll put that here. So you'll have the details so you can send people to that. Mondays and Wednesdays are more prospecting training webinars. They're not really a training webinar. They're more of an overview, okay? Okay, we have videos on ordering leads and just a bunch of stuff here. Real quick, last night, I spent a lot of time where there's a tab up here called TCP System Training, where if I click on that, we've added a lot of the common questions and stuff that people get stuck on. And so we got all these videos here, and then we got tons more videos here. And as I get more common questions, I will be putting them here with a video. All of these videos are step by step. So all you need to do, one of the things you want to learn right away about this training is when you watch a training, when you pull it up, what you want to do is hit pause on the video and then do the steps. So for example, if I'm going to watch this video here, number one thing is you could always blow it up to make it full screen. Down at the bottom there's this little thing. So if you think that the video is small, you can make it, the whole size. And when you're watching a video, you can see me mousing around and pointing at stuff and doing what I say. So for right there, I say click the add button. So maybe what you would do is click pause and then go do that step. So all my training, you remember, you can hit the pause button, go do what I'm showing you how to do step by step and do it yourself, and then come back and hit play and then do the next step. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. So again, we added a bunch of training here. We got some also under the webinar section. We have a lot of really, really good marketing training. So not only like how to build the Conversion Pros, like websites and whatnot, but we show you how to go out there and market on Facebook and YouTube and just all kinds of killer training. If you haven't taken the time to watch all of these, not some of them, all of them, you really should, because you will be learning a ton of stuff. This is the stuff that I've done for 14 years that not only made me a top earner in 8 different companies, that also made me 7 figures. So if you want the blueprint, I'm giving you the blueprint of how I made 7 figures, and it's right here. And I hear all the time, I talk to a lot of you, and I'm like, hey, did you watch webinars? Well, I've watched 1 or 2. They're not very long. Some of them are only like 10 minutes. Maybe there's a few that are a little bit longer than that. But I mean, and some of these people have been in for like a month or 2 months. And I'm like, you've only watched 2 webinars. Why? I don't get it. I mean, if Donald Trump wanted to sit down with me and say, hey, Dave, I'm going to teach you step by step how to invest in real estate and make millions of dollars, and I want to show you exactly how I did it, all the secret hidden stuff, I would like lock myself in my office and be like, let's go. All right. When I wanted to teach myself, one time I wanted to teach myself how to do Photoshop. And I literally told myself I was not leaving my office till I learned it. I literally sat in my office from 4 in the afternoon to 4 in the morning before I was able to cut myself out of a picture and put it on top of another one. Now I can do it in 2 seconds. It took me that long to figure it out. But to me, it was worth the learning curve because I didn't have to go pay people to do graphics. I could knock them out, and it's made me a lot of money learning that skill, okay? But it was worth the time being spent. So when I talk to someone and say, hey, you watch webinars? And when I hear, oh, I watched a few, I don't know how serious you are about making big money in this industry, okay? I'm just throwing that out there. I spent a lot of time. Now remember, the webinars wasn't really even part of the Conversion Pros. We're selling tools. We don't have to do this. We don't have to sell training, but I like to add additional value, okay? I already know all this stuff. I don't need to put any videos here. I already know it, but you don't, And that's the reason I take my time to show you how to do a lot of these cool things so you do it right. 99% of the people mark it wrong on Facebook, and I show you how to do it the right way on Facebook, and it's right here. All you got to do is watch it. So again, we got training on the system, common questions that you have, and then this is going to teach you a lot of marketing tricks to go out there and get a ton of leads, okay, when you go through this. All right, so let's kind of get started. The first thing you probably want to do when you get into the Conversion Pros is build your first page, okay? First of all, what you want to know is we have our tool suite here, and everything that you're going to do is basically based in this tool suite, okay? This is our main functionality of what we got going on, okay, as far as the tools go for now. So when you're looking at that under the marketing suite, think about this. Everything we've done is common sense. When you start to think with common sense, you'll be able to do everything in the Conversion Pros. Okay, that's the way we set it up. So for example, I want to build a capture page or a landing page. What section do I need to go on? Well, I probably need the landing page builder. Okay. Now, that being said, when you come to this page, we have training videos. I've actually had people that haven't watched these training videos. Okay, scroll down. I even did a graphic here, a picture to show you what to do to add a page. Now, I want you to think about it like this. You want to build a page, right? What do you want to do? You want to add a page. Common sense, right? So if you scroll down, it'll say the word add. There's a button right here that says add. You click on it, just like that. Soon as you do that, templates come up. Now, when you're looking at these templates, you scroll down, you'll notice that if you don't see a video, it means there's no video on this page. And as you scroll down, you'll see certain pages that have video. And if you look at the top, you'll see pages that have more than one video. This is a 3-video template. If I keep scrolling, all the way to the bottom is a 2-video template. So if there's more than one video on the page, we tell you, okay, right then and there. So let's just click on any of these. The functionality of all these pages work the same. So let's just click on this one because this one's easy. What we're going to go over right away is letting you understand all this stuff in this gray box. Okay, this is your command center. Okay, this is how everything gets done. First and foremost, when you title a page, if you look at these tabs up here in the tabs, when you read about what they say, that's what this is going to do. It's going to write that up here on this tab. So what do you want the title of your page to be? Let's say I want it make money fast. Okay? How to make money fast, whatever. Page name. Now, a lot of people mess this up. So page name is very important. We put in parentheses here, but some people don't even see it. It says one word. There is no, just so I let you know, don't ever start with a number. That's a no-no. Your page will not save if you start with a number. Also, don't try doing weird characters. That's not going to work either. Your page won't save. Page name is one word. So today, Saturday demo. That's my page name. It's all one word, no spaces. If you ever put a space here, your page will not save. Okay, your redirect URL. For now, let's say it's your business. I'm going to show you another common mistake. A lot of you type in www.mybusiness.com/12344, whatever, your corporate site. Well, if you do not put in http:// in front of it, your page will not save. So your website has to have an HTTP. If you want to point to a page you've already built, this drop down here where it says custom has every page that you've already built in your system. So if you wanted to select the landing page that you built, you could just click one and then it will go to that one instead. Okay. Now, form settings. What this means is over here, it collects name, email, and phone number. I've had a lot of people say, well, Dave, I just want to collect name and email. How do I do it? Well, that's easy. You just go down and click on simple, and then it goes to name and email. If you don't want to collect any information and just want to make a landing page, click none. Again, there's no technical skills needed. All I did was select the drop down and select what I wanted, and it did it. Okay, again, there's no coding here. When people say, oh, this is technical, where's the technical? If you can't do a drop down and hit one button, you know, there's no technical skills here. That's what I'm trying to get at. All right, your mail campaign. If you haven't set up an autoresponder yet, okay, you're not going to find any. You're going to click on that. There's not going to be any in there. If you set up an autoresponder, when you click this, it's going to take you to all the autoresponders you have in your system. So let's say I want a TCP demo. You can build and save a page without having an autoresponder in it. Just so you know, this is not mandatory to have. You could build out your page, go build an autoresponder later, and then come back to the page and add it, okay? But I just added it right here. Now, choose image. When you click on choose image, all of the built-in images come up. Now, I have a mouse that has a scroll ball, and the scroll ball allows me to go up and down. I've heard people say, I don't know how you go up and down. Well, my mouse has a little trackball here, and I'm just scrolling up and down with my trackball, and that's it. Or you can use the up and down arrows on your keyboard, and that will do the same thing. That will move it up and down. Now, when you want an image, it's this easy. All you do is click a button. That's it. Okay, I want a beach, I click a button. I want a city, I click a button. I want a road. Many of you, you know, if you're doing like a credit repair maybe, I mean, there's a lot. What we try to do is tie in a lot of industries. Plus, we have some just cool looking backgrounds. We have some texture backgrounds, some colors. Again, one click of the mouse, it changes. You have no technical skill needed. And it's just a heck of a lot of fun to play with. You got money, you got textures, you know, we got coffee, we got weight loss, you know, we got travel, weight loss, you know, we got wood, we got fitness, clouds, you know, all these. Okay, again, one click. Credit card, I mean, all this stuff. Okay, one click of the mouse, you guys understand that. It's not very complicated. Now, under that, it says provide background. That means if you don't like any of the ones in here, not that you don't like them, but you're thinking of something else, you have an idea in your head. If you go to google.com, oh, I don't know why Gmail came in, google.com, and you do a search. So let's say I was searching for, I don't know, tropical beach. I type in Google. Now, once I click on Google, you'll see at the top of Google, there's other things. So you're going to click on what it says images, and then all these come up. But you're going to do one more thing. Click on search tools, and then size, and then select large, because large or image look better, okay? So now we've done that, we see some awesome looking beaches, right? I mean, I love it. So let's say I like this one with the chairs here. When you open it up, notice that sometimes it stays fuzzy for a minute. If you copy it while it's still fuzzy, your background will look fuzzy. So make sure that the picture loads all the way. Now we see it's clear. I'm just going to right click. I also recommend you use Google Chrome. And I'll tell you why. I don't know what I did here. Let me hit back. Firefox tends to load a bunch of stuff. Safari tends to load stuff. Even Internet Explorer tends to load a bunch of stuff in the browsers. And sometimes when there's like plugins installed in the browsers, it just doesn't work as good, okay? So I like Google Chrome, and when I right click, it'll say copy image address. If you're using another browser, it might say copy image URL or copy image location, okay? So all I did was I left click, this box came up, bam, one button, that's it, no technical skill. I come back over here to our capture page, and where it says provide background, there's a little box. I right click my mouse, I hit paste, I hit enter. Look at that. Also, this button down here, hide menu, when I do that, it allows you to kind of see what the whole screen is looking like. One tip when you pick out pictures, I'm just going to show you, because you're going to have a lot of writing here, okay? A lot of bold stuff here. Notice these chairs are kind of offset to the left. If you can find an image that's offset to the left or right a little bit, it looks better, okay? Like, let's say I wanted to look for a businessman. Just to drive this point home. Like this guy here's in the middle, for example. So again, you see it's fuzzy for a second, then it loads. I'm going to take that copy image address. I'm going to go back over here, click on provide background, paste, enter. Okay, so when I hide the menu, you see the writing's kind of over him a little bit. Okay, not a bad thing. I mean, you can still see it. But if we do a little bit of a search, and like this one here, the man looks a little to the left. If I hit copy image address and I come over here and I hit provide background and hit paste, you see how he's more to the left, so the words aren't kind of over his face a little bit. So when you're searching for images, finding an image that's a little offset to the left or right, if you're using a 100% transparent background page like this, it works really well. Okay, so there's a good little trick for you. Okay, so let's say we wanted this. Now, if you wanted to do a background video, okay, you have to have a picture back there too, because the background videos don't necessarily open on mobile. So you want to have a picture just in case it doesn't open on mobile. The video, you want to do this. Well, if you want to add a background video, we have just added these and they are so cool. If you go to, it's the editor for the admin. If I go to video backgrounds under the resource tab, okay, resource tab, you'll see I have a ton. So since I'm keeping this business guy theme, let me just scroll down to people and let me see, businessman feet in the pool. All right, so I'm going to take this little code here and I'm going to go over here and where it says background video YouTube ID, I'm going to hit paste, and then I have to hit save for the video to come up. It doesn't work like the pictures where you have to enter, you have to hit save. So now I got the guy, his feet in the pool, pretty cool. Now it's on video, right? All right, does anyone, before I go any further, real quick, if you don't have AWeber or GetResponse, you won't even see this here, okay? You're only going to see this if you have an AWeber or GetResponse, if you don't want to use our built-in emailer, and then you could select any list that you have built into AWeber or any list that you have built into GetResponse. All right, but we're not really going to go over that today. So realistically, it's just from here up. Does anybody have any quick questions they want to chat about? Did I do a good job explaining this? Is anybody confused on any of the stuff here? Go ahead and get in the chat box, and if anyone has a quick question about this, let me know. I'd love to answer it. Okay, I'm getting a lot of great jobs, so I love that. Okay, so I must be doing a good job. Okay, well, all right, I'll keep looking at the chat box just in case anybody has a question. But once you master this box right here, you guys will be able to build pages in under 5 minutes. Okay, this is it. I mean, it's so easy to build pages. Again, none of you have seen anything technical. I haven't done anything but put stuff in a box and do a drop down and things like that. I mean, I use my mouse with basically one click, right? There's nothing that I've done that has been technical so far, okay? All right, so now check out this page. We got this page here, and the button that you need to learn really quick is this edit text button, and when you click it, you'll see edit design. So let me just show you. If I come up here and I click on this, and the attribute editor comes up, that means I can't change the words. When you see this box, you can't change the words. So let me just exit out of that, and then I'm going to click. So when it says edit design and I click this, you will see a cursor flashing. Your own images, Carol. I will get to that in a bit, okay? I'll show you that in a few minutes. Okay, so we have a cursor flashing. So now that we have a cursor flashing, that means I can hit backspace. Okay, just like you're using a word processor or sending an email, all of you could do that. And I could write, make the pool your office. All right, then I could go to the next line. Okay, notice the cursor's flashing. Quit your stupid job and make thousands. All right, one thing is too, I hate small letters on a capture page. So I'm gonna hit my caps lock. I just think all caps look better. Quit your stupid job and make thousands. All right, now I'm gonna just go to the next line. See how watch our presentation. All right, and the next line I barely ever used. I don't think I've ever used it once, the small lettering here. So I'm just going to hit delete. What I did was I just highlighted it with my mouse, and I deleted it. Beth, I don't know. You might want to try to reload. Is anybody else having a problem seeing what we're doing here? Beth is saying she can't see the screen. Beth, you might want to reload the webinar or look in a different box. Okay, it looks like everybody else is seeing it okay. So Beth, it's something on your computer. Okay. So I'm going to just continue, Beth. Hopefully you figure that out. Okay. So now that we've changed all the text, you guys see choppy, it's probably your, Joy, if it's choppy, it's probably your internet service. Anybody else having choppy access? Should be pretty smooth. It is a webinar. We do have a lot of people on here. All right. So I'm going to keep going. So now that we've done this, what I'm going to do is change it from the edit design to where it says edit text. Okay. Now, when you click, this box comes up. Now, this box is Powerhouse. So first of all, if I hold my mouse button down on the top, you see I could drag it all around. So if it comes up and it hides my text, no big deal. I can grab it with my mouse and just drag it to where I want. Okay. So that's pretty cool. So now let's say you want to change the color. Well, first off, let's go here. Font. We have multiple fonts built in. A lot of you didn't know this. You could scroll down, and if you don't like this font here, for example, if I type in Comic Sans, you see how that changed. If I click on Arial, you'll see how that changes. So you have fonts, so you can change the fonts. The next thing is the size. It's a slider. Anybody can use a slider back and forth. I don't think there's any technical skills here, right? Slide up. All I do is click my mouse and hold it and drag. Hold it and drag. I can make it big. I can make it small. Pretty easy. Color. When you click on color, you will see this big box. First, notice there's a slider here, and as I slide down, it goes to all the colors. But that's not where you can get all the colors, because there's a little dot right here, and then you can move this around inside the colors. See that? So if I don't want bright red, but I want kind of a, I don't know, that kind of red, and I hit choose, again, one click, the color changes. No technical skills. So I'm going to just hit the X button. Okay. So now let me go into this one. Quit your stupid job and make thousands. Let's say I wanted that bigger. I'm just going to slide it around, and that looks like a nice size right there. A couple things you can do. We have this thing called a text shadow. It's set this purple. I don't know why. But let's say I wanted to change this to that red color like I used earlier. So I can move this to red, and I can move this around until I find that kind of brick color. Okay, I hit choose. Now what you can do is you have an X and Y offset. What that means is if I scroll, look what's happening. You see to the right, it's looking like 3D. It's pushing the shadow to the right. If I move it backwards, it pushes the shadow to the left. Now, if I use the Y offset, you'll see that it could go underneath or it could go on top. Okay. Now, what's really cool is I love this thing called spread. Spread, what it does is the shadow here looks pretty sharp, but when you do spread, it kind of makes it start to glow a little bit. And that's pretty cool. Like if you take the right color, if you see that, now you see how it glows. You guys see how that's glowing right there? It's pretty cool how that works. Now, I don't like that red behind it. You can't see it as well. Maybe I'll change this text to white instead of yellow and see if that helps. And that looks pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to click on this one, see the presentation. Again, I'm using the attribute editor. I like to use actually Arial black on this one just because it stands out a little bit. I like to make this big. Again, I just use the slider, go back and forth, no technical skill whatsoever. Maybe I want this the same color to match because I'm really picky on my pages how I like them to look. So again, I got that red. I kind of come up here. I kind of look for that brick color. I hit choose. All right, that looks a little bit more red. So I'm going to just drag this out a little bit. And that looks pretty good. Now, the top has a background shadow. This one doesn't. That's why this looks like it's popping a little bit. So I click on text shadows. And I like the black color. So I'm just going to go like this. And then I'm going to do like a little bit of a spread on that. And now you see how that looks. Okay, perfect. Okay, take a free tour and learn more. What I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it here in the attribute editor. I am just going to make this bigger again. And maybe I'll throw a white background shadow behind that. So I'm just clicking white shadows, and I hit choose, and it glows really nice like that. Now, a lot of you do all this, and then you forget to change the button, okay? Now, if I got red up here, I don't want a yellow button, all right? I like my pages to look hot. So what I'm going to do is if you click, see the very center between the free to the and free, if you scroll almost all the way to the bottom and you click, the attribute editors opens, just pull it up so you can see it, hit background, you see it's yellow. Well, we're just going to go to the red, we're going to find that brickish red color that we've been using. I hit choose, bam, it changes. Now you also see this little bit of yellow here, and you're like, why is that there? I don't want that. Because the button also has a shadow, which is called the box shadow. So I'm going to change that, I'm going to change that to black, hit choose, and it offsets it a little bit. I'm just going to make it so it goes underneath the button, and then I'm going to do spread, and then it just makes that button have a little bit of a glow and looks cool. Now, one more cool feature that you can do is, you see, quit this stupid job and make thousands. A lot of times your center line here might be your emphasis line that you want to call, you know, people to see. Well, sometimes backgrounds make it a little bit harder to see. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on the background. Now, when you see it's black here, I'm going to go down here. This means it makes it see-through a little bit. So I'm going to click about right in the middle of this background and hit choose and see what happens. It gives me a black box right there, and I make it a little bit see-through so you can still see the background of the page. But look what it did. I'm just going to hit hide menu here. It really makes that statement stand out. One other cool thing to do is, I don't know if you noticed down here, but you can actually italicize stuff. So if I hit italicize, someone has, Yarmo, you said please. I don't know what please mean. So see how that changed. So now we have a really cool page, and then we could hit save, and then we could go share this page. Does anybody have any questions on, do you know how, please, how do you know what wording to use? Well, Yarmo, it depends on your offer. Or Yardo asked, how do you know what wording to use? Well, I'm going to show you guys share codes in a minute that we got a lot of awesome wording already done on, but it would depend on your business, Yarmo. So if you're in a weight loss business, you might want to be talking about weight loss. If you're in travel, you might want to talk about travel. It depends on realistically what industry you're in, because we have so many people in so many different industries. If you want to talk about cutting your cable bill, you're going to have some ad copy based on that. So, but that's what makes these pages so great. You could write whatever the heck you want and play with it. You could go test the page, and if it's not doing well, you could go test another page. All right, so does anybody have any questions on this editor that we just went through? How do we use our own videos? First, Maris, they would need to be on YouTube. And let me show you that. That's actually a great question because we have a lot built in. So if you went to YouTube, you have to have them on YouTube. All right, everything we do is on YouTube. All right, so let's say I type in Jimmy Kimmel. And okay, let's say this is your video on YouTube. All you realistically, you could actually take the whole YouTube link here. You don't need just the code, by the way. And I could come over here and I would put the YouTube video and I would click on Save Lander. The lander's been saved, and let's see if that works. Taking a second here. Well, it didn't look like it like Jimmy Kimmel. Sometimes you'll find videos that might be blocking embedded. So let me just hit YouTube home and see. And this looks like a fun video. I'm going to use the code instead. Let me do this. The video has to let you embed it. Okay, can't be private. Got to let you embed it. All right, so here we go. So I got some car, pretty cool video actually. So basically you can take any video off of YouTube and make it the background of your page. That's all I did was go to YouTube, this drifting Ferrari, and I made it the background video, okay? And then we also have a full-blown training on that. So if you want to know more about this, let me show you real quick. Under the TCP system training, okay, let me turn this off just in case you guys are hearing that. Under the TCP system training, you will see I have a video, how to use YouTube video backgrounds and capture pages, and there's an entire training just based on that question. All right, so let me see what other questions we have here. Somebody wanted to know how to use their own picture. I'll share that in a minute. When members use the email builder, will they own the list? Of course they own the list. Melissa, of course, it's your list. You own your list. You have 100% control of it, and we don't do anything with your list. You're in control of your list. It's yours. Dave, when I'm using an existing URL to copy and paste that has an S, just get rid of the S. You're right. Sometimes if you go to copy a website that has an S in it, get rid of the S and it works. If you wanna give me that website, I can prove to you that it can work. We can get that to work. You're making this crystal clear. I appreciate that. Made money in all types of industries using it. These trainings are great. Would you please show how to use a picture or image in the email autoresponder? I will get to that. Okay. All right. Roseanne, actually, if this is the Roseanne I'm thinking of, it did work because I've used it. I actually helped you build a site and it worked fine. Okay, so I'll show you that later. Okay, so now what we're going to do is someone asked, can I take one of my pictures and make it the background of a page? Okay, a lot of you want to know that. Okay, so let me just save a picture. So let's say this was my picture and I hit save, and I'm going to put it in my bids, and I'm just going to hit open and save. All right. Here's what you have to do. If you have a picture that's on your computer and you want to use it, okay, let's say this wasn't on Google, the one I just used. There are services that allow you to upload pictures, like teenypic.com. All right. So when I go to TeenyPic, it asks me to choose a file. So I click choose a file. I click on my videos. I find this picture. Let's say this is the picture I want to use, and I hit open. Okay? I'm not going to do any tags on it. I'm just going to click upload now. All right? This asks me to answer a couple questions. It might be different words for you. Type in what they're asking you to write. Click upload now. When you upload it, it takes a second here. All right. It gives you, see this direct link for layouts? It gives you a website that ends with JPEG. So you would copy that. You would go over here. Let me just pull up another page real quick here. Fanny page builder. Add. And then I'll click on this, and then when it says, it takes a second here, provide background, I'm going to paste that. So notice TeenyPic, you see it's the same URL that I just did, and then I hit enter, and that picture now is added. Now you have to play with the size of it somewhat. So if you want to see, I actually have, let me show you here, because I love showing you where all the training for this stuff is. Because a lot of, like, again, it's funny, is a lot of these questions that people are asking, we've already answered them, believe it or not. You just haven't found it. So if you click in the webinar section, I have a training called, where is it at? It's here somewhere. All right, how to make capture pages with your own pictures for branding. I actually show you that method I just showed you in this webinar, and I also show you like the sizes that work really well with the pictures. So again, those questions are answered. All you got to do is watch the webinars, and you'll find out. Okay, so hopefully I answered that question. All right, we had some autoresponder questions, but we're not quite there yet. And Roseanne, we'll get to you. And all this for 50 bucks, a no-brainer, absolutely right. And we're just showing you the capture pages. Okay, does anybody have any questions other than that on the capture pages? I do want to show you one cool thing, though, on the capture pages that some of you are doing that I want to help you correct real quick. When you go to like our video page template, okay? Again, they work the same way. You can change the background behind here. Some of the YouTube video backgrounds won't work with the video background, okay? Because it's just too much going on. But like this here, I notice a lot of you edit this. So you might want to say, you know, let's say you're editing this tab here. Our team is making awesome money. Come work with us. Okay? Now, one of the things that you are not doing here, because I go to edit a lot of your pages, and I see that you did this. It's not that you did anything wrong here, but our system allows you to do some really cool things. Let me show you. I click here, and then I can hit the center button. See what a difference that makes? See, when the editor has it off to the left, like this. Not that that's a big deal, but I'm a perfectionist. So if you hit the center button, you can make it center. You could also italicize it if you like. But one other cool thing you can do is make sure you use a cool shadow here. So for example, let me just grab an image just to show you what I mean. Now, video backgrounds, I like more of a background like that, you know, something static. But let's say I want this to stand out a little bit more. Text shadow, okay, I'm going to select this this blue color that's in the background here and hit choose, and I'm just going to hit spread a little bit. Look at the difference. So you went from plain black text to a text with that glows a little bit, and see how that ties in with the background and centered. It looks a little bit nicer. Okay, also know that you could change this as well. If you don't want this yellow and you want something like a little bit darker, you can do that, and then you could change the text from black, let's say, to white, and it had a white shadow. We'll just do black. And now that makes the page just a little bit prettier. Some of you are building pages and you're doing a great job. You're just missing a couple cool little features that allow your pages to pop and look more awesome. Roseanne, you can message me later. I'll get to you on that because I will definitely show you how to do that. But that's it. So again, does anybody have any questions here? Does anybody feel like this is too technical or difficult? Because I really don't feel that it is. But if anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to answer them right now. Okay? What we're going to do next is I'm going to show you quickly how to build a landing page. Okay? So we did our capture pages here. Landing pages are very easy and very powerful used right. Okay? So let's say your company has a webinar that you want to place right here. Okay? Let me just go to YouTube, pull any company out of the air. Let me say, I don't know, USANA webinar. Okay, so let's say you were in USANA and you wanted to show your webinar here. This is good. Even let's say you're Spanish. Okay, you could actually use Spanish videos. It doesn't matter. So let's say this is the webinar you want to show. All you're going to do is take a little piece of code, copy it. Where are we at here? Go over here. By the way, if you've ever taken the time to watch this video actually shows you how to take YouTube videos and put the code in. Okay? So if you ever get confused on how to put a video in, this is it. Mike, I don't know if I'll go over mobile website building too much today. That's pretty easy. Maybe I'll do a separate webinar on that. Edit text. I click on this. I hit edit design. The video's loaded. Okay? I'm not going to rebuild. We've already gone over a lot of this stuff, but one thing to do on these pages, if you're going to make a webinar, is you don't need to get an opt-in. You already got the person's name, email, phone number on your first capture page. So on mail campaign or form settings, click none. It goes away, okay? And then one of the most powerful things you can do on a page, so they're sitting here and they're watching your video here, the most powerful thing you could do is come over and edit the text down here and write questions. Call me. Put your name and then your phone number. You can put your Skype ID. You know, etc. Now, again, if you just did this, it's to the left. You see that? What I would do is I would use the attribute editor. I would center it. I would make it a little bit bigger. And then I would probably throw a text shadow in here. Maybe I want to take this sky blue, like that's in this background, hit that, and again, just hit spread a little bit. See how that glows? See how much better that looks. Okay, so that's just a couple tips for you on how to build a landing page and whatnot. So pretty easy stuff there. By the way, we do have 2 killer webinars just to go over with you one more time to understand how a proper funnel system works and why you want to build one. On the webinar tab, I have a video set up that all of you should watch. The power of setting up a funnel system. And I really break down the funnel system here. And I also show you on the system training here. If you scroll down, we have one, how to make a complete funnel system. Okay, so you can watch that video. Again, everything is, we have videos on everything. Everything's explained, all right? Autoresponder, a lot of you get stuck on autoresponder, so let me go over that real quick. Your autoresponder. Again, when you go down the autoresponder tab, what do you want to do? Common sense says, I want to add. So you would click on add. That's it. When you click on add, this box comes up. I'm going to name this, I'm going to name it Saturday Demo. I'm going to description, name it the same thing. That's what I always do on all my autoresponders, Sat Demo. Once I've done that, I simply click on save. That's it. Okay. Once I've done that, it says message list. Well, that's common sense. You want to add messages in your message list, right? Click on that. And then what do you want to do? I want to add a message. So common sense says, click add. That's it. All right, don't overthink this stuff. A lot of you try to overthink this stuff, and it's really easy. All right, the first autoresponder, you want to set the order number to 0 and the delay to 0. After you do that, you never need to change it in any other message. You do that one time. That's it. Okay, we already have your first name and last name and email. If you want to change it, write something else in here. Doesn't matter. Subject line. Here is the info you requested. Now, don't take this as ad copy because I'm not really trying to write ad copy here. I'm just trying to train you on how this works. Okay, we have a lot of videos on proper ad copy. But now I want to write the email. A couple things about the autoresponder you need to know. First of all, see this thing in the corner? I could drag it down. So if I want to see the box bigger, I can drag it down, drag it up, okay? Or I could click this and make it full screen and make it easier to write. Also, you have something called view tags, okay? So we're going to keep that open, and then I'm going to make this full screen so everybody can see it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write hello. Again, don't take this as ad copy. We're just playing here so you learn how to make messages. Hello. And then I'm going to go to contacts first name. So if their first name is Sue, hello Sue, it will automatically put Sue there. Okay, very easy. And then all you need to do is watch our presentation. We have people earning fortunes. Again, this is pretty weak ad copy. I just want to type something in here. Now, what you're going to do next is put your website here. So what I want you to do is just type in watch our presentation. Then I want you to type in click, and you can even make it all caps if you want. Click here. Okay, once you do that, I'm going to highlight it. See that? I take my mouse and I just highlight it. See this little thing that looks like a chain? I'm going to put in my website. So if my presentation, I could take them to a Conversion Pros landing page, which is what I'd recommend. But let me just type in www.yourbusiness.com/1234. Okay. I hit OK. And now that click here is clickable. When they click on that, it will take them to that website. Now, one last step, questions, call me. And then I can even use these tags to make it easy. Put my first name, my last name, and then my phone number. It's going to pull this from your profile section. So whatever you have in your profile sections, that's where it's going to pull these tags from. All right. So once you're done with this, we're going to just collapse the full screen. I'm going to go down and click Save. That was easy. It says it detected a link, which is good. That was as easy as you getting on Gmail and sending your friend an email. All you did was write the title and a message. You've all done this 70,000 million times. You've sent emails. So you just set up your autoresponder message, and it was easy as you go into an email and just setting an email. That's it, okay? So now it says back to message list. Let's check. Well, there it is. We got this message. It's going to go out on day 0, delay 0, meaning it's going to go out right away. So let's say you want to add message number 2. What do you want to do? Common sense says, I want to add it. I click the add button. Guess what, everybody? It's the same form you just filled out, except now it's going to go out 24 hours later. You do not need to mess with this ever again once the first one. So, hey, did you get my email? Let's pretend let's pretend this is a different email. I wrote a brand new email here. I did everything I just did a second ago, okay? And I hit save. And then I go back to message list. Lo and behold, now you have 2, okay? That was easy. So you could have 5, you could have 10. Let me show you something super cool though. We have what we call share codes, and we have an autoresponder full of share codes. And let's say I wanted to use this travel campaign. I'm in a travel business. I could copy this share code right here under the share codes, under autoresponders. I could go into my autoresponder builder, and I could edit Saturday demo. Okay, by the way, I want to show you how to edit things real quick. But there's my Saturday demo. I could click on message list just like we did before. And you see where it says add? But this time, we're going to go to where it says share code. I paste that code, and again, copy, paste, no technical skill. I'm going to click copy messages. It says 5 messages have been copied. I'm going to click OK. Look at that. All these messages are already written for you. Okay, but now you have to edit them. To edit anything in our system, there's a little box. Make sure you do not have a pop-up blocker on. It may block it. You click that. You click edit. Okay, this opens up. You'll see there's a message there. You can change all the words of it if you want. Okay, this is just a template for you to use. See where it says website goes here? You're going to delete that. You would write click here. We would highlight it again, hit the little chain like we did last time, and then type in http://mybusiness123.com, whatever your company is, or landing page. Click that. We would hit save. Now we would go back to the message list, and we would go to all these other ones that are copied, all right, for you. And all you would need to do is quickly click edit and do the same thing. Put your link in there instead of the link. That's it. It's already, check this out though. It's already set up with your tags, first name, last name, and phone number. So you don't even need to edit that as long as your profile's right. The only thing you need to edit is click here. You're going to type click here, and you're going to highlight it with your mouse. Click on the chain. Type in your website. I mean, we wrote emails for you. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than this. We click save. Okay. So now that we have that, all right, someone was asking about putting pictures in messages. I don't advise putting a picture in an autoresponder. If you want your open rate to be good, I don't advise putting a picture in your autoresponder. I like putting pictures in email broadcast, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, and the same method for the email broadcast will work in an autoresponder. I just don't recommend you put a picture inside your autoresponders if you want better deliverability. Okay, so now remember what we're going to do now is we're going to click on details. And remember, we just made the Saturday demo. We are now going to change it from inactive. We're going to make it active. That means it's live. Okay, as soon as you go from inactive to active, you turned it on. We're going to hit save. Again, very easy. It's a drop down we clicked. Okay, now let's say we wanted to add that to a capture page that we have built. Okay, so we come in here. I find a capture page. By the way, when you're trying to edit your capture pages, this is good training. You will see a list of all your pages. Okay, there's a little box in front of each page. All right, when you're in front of each page, you click that and you click edit. You might say it didn't do anything. What it does is it opens in a new tab. See, we're right here. It opened in a new tab. If you have a pop-up blocker on, it might block it. So make sure you don't have a pop-up blocker, and make sure you look up to the tab because it's going to open in a new tab. Okay, now that we're there, okay, awesome work at home mom page, by the way, and it says mail campaign. Well, let's say we want Saturday demo. See, now we saved it. It's in the drop down. It wasn't there before, but now it is. So we choose Saturday demo. That's our new autoresponder. We hit save, and now those messages we just created are attached. So as soon as somebody puts in their name, email, and phone number and hits that button, they are going to start getting that message sequence. Okay, let me see if there's, I see a couple people having questions here. Let me see here. Does this need to be done with each landing page we build? If you mean connecting the autoresponder, yes, it does. So if you put your name in the lander and the autoresponder messages you put there will go to the people, enter their info under the landing page. Correct. So if I add Saturday demo here, when the people put in their first, last name, and email, they will be getting that message sequence that we just created. Okay. Can you touch on share codes to copy the pages? Yes, I was just getting to that. All right. So now we've set up autoresponders. Does anybody have any questions on the autoresponder real quick? All right, remember we have these share codes. Can you manually add an email to the AR? Yes. You just would, you just ask, can you manually add it? So if you click on autoresponder builder, and I can click on Saturday demo, click on edit, and I can go to message list. If I had these messages in here and I wanted to add another message, I would just click add another message. Okay, it says you're not allowed to add message. Okay, here's one quick tip. You have to turn it from active to inactive to add messages. So I click save, go to message list. Now it will allow me to add another message. You can add as many as you want to a current autoresponder. And then after you're done, go back to details, make it active, click save. An email address. Can we manually add an email address to the AR? Depends. If they opted into your page, you can. If you opted into your page, they'll automatically be there. Well, let me show you that real quick because he's asking a question that I could do a good training on. In your contact manager, okay, this is where all your leads go, in your contact manager. So when you're in your contact manager, if you click on edit, so I want to see this guy here that put his information in. Okay, let's say I want to know which autoresponder he filled out. Well, we have mail campaigns, and I could see that he's not on any yet. Okay, if I want to add that lead that came into a page into the Saturday demo I just built, I could click on add. And he will be added to that autoresponder. Get this, if I wanted to add him to TCP demo too, I could click add. Here's where this becomes very convenient. I'm just going to hit remove on both these here. Here's where this becomes convenient. So let's say that this guy was a prospect and he was under the prospects. And then let's say Saturday demo was a list I built for all my team. So once people became members, I wanted my members to get messages. I could remove him from the prospects and move him to the team. Okay? And that's how cool our autoresponder is, and it's easy to move people around in there. Okay? So Hope that answered your question. Okay, someone asked about the share codes for the landing pages. So I want to show you guys that real quick. If you click on share codes on the top left, you click on landing pages. We have all these categories here, tons of them. Okay, I don't care what business that you're in. There's tons and tons and tons of them here. And so let's say you wanted to add them. Sometimes if you ever try to add one and it doesn't work, let me know, because sometimes someone might have deleted one or changed one. We kind of got to keep up on this. But let's say I wanted to do an eyelash page, okay? Man, I don't want to do eyelashes. I'm a dude. All right, let me do a deregulation of energy page. I click on deregulation of energy. I click on copy. I click on landing page builder. I scroll all the way to the very bottom where it says share code. I paste it. I click copy page. It will say the page has been copied if it's a working share code. Sometimes some of you copy an extra space. So sometimes you could type it in and it will work. If you type it, if you copy with your mouse an extra space or something, sometimes it adds that extra space that you don't see, and then it won't be active. All right, so click OK. Once I have OK, I can go find this page. So I click on 3. It's going to be on my 3rd page, and there's the deregulation page. So let's see what that looks like. I click on it. Okay, so if you're in a deregulation of energy, get this. Somebody asked me earlier, well, what do I say? Well, I already have this already written for you. Do you get paid when you flip your light switch? Start getting paid off everyone that uses electricity. Okay, it's a great looking page, but you got to edit it. Okay, so basically the page is made for you already, but let's edit it real quick to make it yours. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this little thing. You're going to click on edit. And when you click on edit, the editor's now going to come up. Well, this page, when we shared it, was only collected name and email. Maybe you actually want to collect name, email, and phone number. So you'll click over here on form settings, and you could change it. Okay, just because it was a shared page don't mean you can't edit it. You change that. Now, here it says it's going to redirect to google.com. Maybe your website is www.savemoney.com/1234. Or let's say you have a landing page already in our system built that you want it to go to, and you could select that landing page, and you just say, okay, I want it to go to the landing page. So I'll go over here, bam, let's say that's a landing page. I could choose that instead. That's it. If you want to change any words, start getting paid off everyone that used electricity, maybe I want to write, this is booming. All right, now I can hit save. Maybe I also want to add a YouTube background to this. Okay, just because I use the share code gives you the base bones, but you can really edit it cool. So let me go over here in the Conversion Pros. Let me look up resources. Let me click on video background, and let me go to, where's that? Deregulation of energy. I have a light bulb turning on here, or I got someone that flips a switch. So let me just take that. I'm going to go to the YouTube background. I'm going to hit paste. I'm going to hit save. Let's see what happens here. You get paid when you flip a light switch. How cool is that background with this ad copy? Pretty cool, right? So now what we did, though, how much work was that? Because it was a share code, you literally could have this killer page in like seconds. And all of you can literally just go into the share code pages and look at all these. We have, under the landing pages, there's tons back here. Again, if there's some that don't work, you could Facebook message me with the code. I'll check it. I'll delete it. I'll add a new code. I'm always adding stuff back here too. But we got weight loss, nutrition, fitness, travel, coffee, eyelashes, skincare. You name it, it's back here. Okay, a lot of cool stuff for you guys to play with. Okay, so that's back there. Let me get into real quick. I don't want to keep this as super long training. I just want to give you guys the basics real quick. I want to go over like 2 or 3 things. For the person that wanted to do the mobile builder, I'm probably not going to get to that today, but we could do that in a future training. I'm not going to do the blogging today. There's a couple things I'm not going to do today. I just wanted to make sure that you learn the real bones to the system that makes this thing awesome. Okay. All right. The next thing is email broadcaster. Okay. So let's say you're having a call tonight and you want people to know about it. Now, they might already be getting autoresponder messages, but like a webinar like today, we might want to announce, and you might want to send something out to people right away. So you can actually go into your campaign and select one. So I'll select Saturday demo. Let's say I have 1,000 people on this Saturday demo list, and I want to let them know I'm having a call tonight. So, or get on our webinar. I wouldn't use all caps, by the way, but you know, at 9 tonight. It works just like the webinar here. So, hello, or like the email. I could go up to tags if I want and hit their first name in here. First name. Hello, first name. We are having a webinar tonight at 9 p.m. Make sure you attend it. Okay. Then you can put the link and whatnot. Now, somebody asked about pictures here. Okay. Can you add pictures to this? I like to add pictures at the top. So I'm just going to take my mouse, and just hit enter that down and then click my mouse so you see it blinking again. You have something that says insert and insert edit image. Okay. That asks for the source. Okay. So what I can do is I could go to Google and I could find a picture. Maybe I want this cash in hand here. All right. I'm just going to right click it, copy image address, just like how we do the background pages. And I'm going to go over here to, where's it at? Where am I working on it yet? All right, here. Put the source in, hit OK, and it adds it, just like that. And then I could hit send, and it will send it out like that, and I'll have that picture in there. Now, if you accidentally go and open something huge, let me try to find a big image here. Copy image address. Let's say you accidentally hit something like this. Oh my gosh, look how big this is. So I'm going to open this up full screen. Now you could actually drag it. See that? And make it smaller. You can just drag it. And then it will drag it to the size that you want. Okay? You can't insert videos because email won't allow you to insert a video here. Now you could add a link with a landing page with a video. Okay? Actually, just so you guys know, there's a great training I want to show you under the TCP webinars. If I scroll down here, where is it? Using landing pages to do video emails. I would highly watch this training here. It's a very good training on what I just mentioned. Again, if you want the pics on your computer, you're going to have to do what I showed you earlier with the teeny pic. I showed you that earlier in this webinar. You'll have to do the same thing to do that. All right. That's what you'll have to do. All right. So we did that. One more thing is very important just for today's training, and I'll answer some questions. Number one, when you want to know what your website is, a lot of people say, well, Dave, I made a page. Where's my website? Well, if you click on the landing page builder and scroll down, you're going to see right here all of your websites, and it says get link. So you click on get link, and that's your link. But sometimes these are long, and you don't want them so long. Okay? I mean, if I could go post this right now on Facebook, and it would post. But I might want it to look a little prettier. So we have our teeny URL system that I could go over here. Again, what do I want to do? Common sense says I want to add. I click the add button. I paste that link. You see it's the long link I just copied. I click save. And then I click back. I scroll down and it's right there. But see how long this was? Now look, it gives me this shorter, cuter URL to go use. So I could use that. This also tracks all your hits, by the way. So if you do this, you can not only see how many hits you're using on the team URL, but you can actually click on logs and you'll see, look, all these people coming and looking at this video from Facebook. So I can actually track where all my hits are coming from in the team URL system. And so that's how that works. So again, to find your pages, click on landing page builder, scroll down, click on Get Link. If you want to share a page with somebody, let's say you created an awesome page for your team and you want to share it, you click on Share Code, you would hand them this code, copy this, send them the code, and then they'll create that same website. Can we get the picture of the first landing page when we copy and paste it? No, you cannot, Roseanne. It will not pull the picture of the page. I actually show you how to properly do what you're asking. If you click on TCP training, you will see it works the same with LinkedIn and everything. If you see where it says, how do I add my link on Facebook? Click here. Please watch that video, and I show you how to add pictures with the links to make them look professional right there in that training. Again, almost every question that everyone has, we've already answered it. You just might not have found it yet. So, all right, everybody, this has been a long webinar. It's already been an hour. I don't want to keep you anymore. I wanted to go over a lot of the basics. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully a lot of you learned some really cool stuff. Do you guys have any questions real quick that you want to ask me that I could go over here in this webinar? And then maybe next week we'll go over some of the trainings I didn't go over this week. Anyone have any questions that they really want to hit up? Did everybody learn something? Did everybody learn a new trick? Hopefully you guys learned a new trick or a new tip that you haven't learned before. And hopefully you could see this is super, super easy, everybody. There's no technical skills at all. When I actually have had help tickets where people say this is too technical. And I'm like, where is this too technical? This is not technical. This is as easy as it gets compared to everything else out there. All right, everybody. Well, I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to go enjoy my Saturday. I hope all of you, actually, I hope all of you dive in here. Oh, one more thing. Make sure you guys know how to refer the system because you guys can make some really big commissions. If you want to learn how to do that, you could build two things. Under the landing pages for share codes, I show you how to set up an entire funnel to sell TCP. It's 4 steps. You could go in here and do this, okay? Recommend that. If you don't want to use that under your Get Paid tab, you have what we call My Websites. You will have a website that's called Recruit Like a Machine. You could use that. One quick thing, if you do use this page, your leads do not go in the Contact Manager like they do when you have your custom pages. They go into your Sales Manager tab. That's where those leads go. If you build your own TCP page, all your leads will go in the Contact Manager. But if you use the Recruit Like a Machine, they will go into the Sales Manager tab. Also, did anybody have any questions about like ordering leads or anything like that I could help you with? It's very simple as well. When you go to order leads, one of the things is you want to make sure that you have a page that has an autoresponder. If you don't have an autoresponder, you can't order leads. So you have to have an autoresponder attached to a page. All those leads that you order will go into your Contact Manager if you chose one of the pages you built. If you choose Recruit Like a Machine, all those leads will go into the Sales Manager. Okay? All right, everybody. I guess that's it. Are you going to change the company page to reflect the new pay of 20, not 25? You mean the corporate page? The corporate page says we pay out 50% commissions, which is 100% true. We pay 50% commissions, which is a total of $25. We pay 20 on the first tier, 3 on the second tier, 2 on the second, on the third tier. That equals 50% commissions, and it equals a total of $25 being paid out from us to you. So we are very transparent on that and how we pay. So that's what we do there. Missed the part about referring TCP. Well, you can watch it on the recording, Doctor. We're gonna it's just recording back to everybody, and that's it. All right, everybody else have any questions or any comments they'd like to make? Hey, Dave, if we have any questions on the training videos, where can we ask those questions? You can go over to Personal tab and click on Contact Us, and you can submit a support ticket. You can message me on Facebook. You can even post them on our Facebook group. We have a very active Facebook group that you should have added yourself to. And we have people asking questions here all the time that I jump in and answer all the time. I'm in this group all day, everybody. I'm on it with my phone. I'm always answering people's questions. People message me, I answer. So that's it. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. And Hope every one of you are as excited as I am about what we created here. We really feel that we have the most cool, best marketing tool on the planet to help you get leads and have success in any business. And also remember, we're paying out a lot of money every Friday. We pay every Friday, and I love paying money out. So come and get some. I love paying it to you, all right? All right, everyone, have a great day. And I'm going to stop recording now.